Hi, we're the Psychic Twins.
I'm Terry.
And I'm Linda.
And this is Shane. Hi, Shane.
Or are we? Or am I Terry? Have I always been Linda? It's the Mandela effect.
Well, we're going to start this off by talking about alternate realities, Shane.
Okay, I have so many questions about this. My number one question is something I've been obsessed with lately that I want your guys' opinion on.
Okay.
And that's the theory that we're a simulation.
A simulation?
Like a hologram?
So basically Elon Musk, who, the guy who created Tesla and all these things, his theory is, and he believes that it's mathematically impossible that this isn't true, is that, in 1,000 years, we'll be so advanced that we will be able to create a simulation of the past that is so lifelike and so real that the people in the simulation won't even know it's a simulation. And he thinks we're in one of those.
Wow, that's entirely possible.
That's entirely
And
possible.
here's the thing about theoretical physics. It's theoretical. They can never prove any of this stuff. We're in the business of proving it. Okay?
Yeah, right?
There are infinite number of Earths and universes happening now, and we believe that they're happening simultaneously, overlaid over this world that we just can't see. And in fact, past lives might be happening now. For us, our past lives may be happening right now in a different dimension.
And we may exist, each of us, in different realities and a different parallel universe where there will be different outcomes and different versions of ourselves. And it, holographically, we probably exist on many dimensions. I think many are layered right over this realm of being, very close to us. There could be many, many realities that we can't see.
Is that what ghosts are?
That ghosts can
Very
be
possibly.
And some people do think that ghosts are from parallel realms, then they're leaking into this one.
I had the weirdest experience
What?
2 nights ago where I was sleeping, and it was kind of like a sleep paralysis thing where I was hearing noises and stuff in my room that felt so incredibly real, right? But it was clearly a dream. Or was it? Because in this dream, a couple came into my room and they were just living their life. And I was just like,
Oh, that's
they didn't know I was there. They weren't like, oh, we're in Shane's house. They were just living their life, getting ready for work. And it was probably around 7 a.m. when I was dreaming this. I was just like, is that another reality that's happening in another dimension?
That's very
And I'm
possible.
somehow fucked up in the middle of it. And then when I woke up, nobody
Do
did.
you remember any of the conversation that they had?
Yeah, they were talking about going to work, and the guy was talking about how he was over his job, and
That's specific.
the woman was mad because he was coming home late. It was very specific
That is
conversation.
very
That's so interesting to
rare.
remember that.
It's rare for people to have that kind of ESP experience, I feel.
Well, some people think there's as many as 21 dimensions. You know how we think there's as many as three dimensions.
Got that right?
Yes, I believe he did. And the fourth dimension is thought by many to be a spiritual dimension that we can't see. But actually, many researchers have found that there could be as many as 21 different. And Hindu philosophy and even ancient Egyptians believed in parallel realities and other worlds and reincarnation, obviously. And so it's an ancient belief too, but it's now being proven more, I think, by scientific study.
We just feel that you should be open-minded about this kind of thing because, again, physics hasn't really proved any of this, and we just believe that it is possible. I think it's
interesting
pretty
to think
obvious.
about, isn't it?
No, I'm in. I believe all of it. I hope there's 5,000 dimensions. I hope I'm on all of them.
You are on all of them, I think.
Yeah, you are.
You are like holographic, Shane. You're fragmented all through the
Well,
universe.
Shane, you asked us about the Mandela effect,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
has to do with alternate realities. Do parallel universes exist?
Yes.
And I think, I have a bad memory, so I just attribute it to that. But people and large groups of people have, false memories or mistaken memories. One of the most famous is that Nelson Mandela, many people believe he died in jail, and they have this group memory, which is called the Mandela effect. It's a collective memory. Was it a fake news story that they read? Was it put out by the government? Did he really die in jail? So this is the most famous Mandela effect.
Yeah, another one was the Berenstain Bears. I think we talked about it on the podcast with you. A lot of people think that Berenstain, E-I-N, or was it Berenstain,
That's what makes me
E-I-N?
mad. Because I so clearly remember all of these a certain way, and now I'm hearing all these things pop up saying it's not like that, and it makes me mad because I know it is, but I think something happened. I don't know what it was, but I feel like something happened maybe 10 years ago that shifted us into some other universe where little things changed.
Yeah.
It had to, because what else would explain it?
Yeah. I mean, do you have a good memory for a spelling, for example? The Berenstain,
Yeah.
and you distinctly remember it being Steen.
100%. Well,
Interesting.
That's
is.
interesting.
It
Yeah.
has to be.
Well, they say the same thing about Jiffy, the peanut butter, and some people are saying it was always Jif. It was never Jiffy, but we remember in the old days that it was Jiffy.
Also, and we've talked about these before, but there's no way it's not. It always was Kit dash cat. It always was.
Always.
Always.
They took the hyphen out.
People are trying to tell me it's not. Trying to say, no, it's maybe, no, there's no way. And it makes me really angry, but I also feel like to me, I like it because it's proof that there is something going on.
Yeah.
There is another reality. So how would that have happened?
Well, I think there's something bizarre going on with these parallel realities. It all ties in with that, and shifting slides of what maybe we are all living on some parallel reality where some people experience that and others experience it a different way. So I think it has to do with sort of, we just don't know enough about the multiverse, as they call it. There are multiple universes, all existing at once, an infinite number.
Or it could be
And
like
so-
the Matrix,
yeah.
where we're
It
being
is like
mind
the Matrix.
controlled. We're all being mind controlled
It's
to remember
totally a
certain
matrix.
things.
There's totally a
Well,
matrix.
that's the thing is, I've never talked to anybody. Every time I bring up the Berenstain thing, nobody has ever said Berenstain. Nobody. They always say Berenstain.
Right.
And then when I say it's always been Berenstain, they go, oh, well, maybe I just don't remember it. How does tell me one
Too many people remember
You
that.
guys know anybody? I don't know anybody that remembers it as Berenstain.
Yeah, and they found
Uh-huh.
VHS tapes with Berenstain with an E on them, and from that actual time, if you
Yes.
have games and books.
It's
from
like
that
Sex
time.
in the City, Sex in the City. We remember it being Sex in the City, but they say, no, it was always Sex and the
What
City.
about the Tiananmen tank boy? This is
What about
the
that?
most interesting one to me. This is the Tank Man is the nickname of this man, possibly Wang Weilin. His name is Wang Weilin. Supposedly 19 years old. They don't know his name for sure.
In 1989.
But he stood in front of a column of tanks June 5th, 1989, and he literally blocked the Chinese military just by standing there. But a lot of people remember that he got run over by the tanks. And no footage shows that. No footage. He was never run over, but many people remember that he was.
Yeah.
And as the tank maneuvered around, he would shift his position. The tank would try to go around him, he would move over in front of the tank.
That's
Some
interesting.
people said he got run over. Tank Man, he's known as.
I wonder if it was a specific year.
And people started collectively misremembering or having false memories or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, was it
Yeah,
recent?
it's
Was it, this all kind of. I remember the first time I ever heard about the Mandela effect was 2 years ago.
Wow.
So maybe, I think somebody did say that they believe that everything shifted on the year 2000.
Okay, that
Maybe,
would make
or
sense.
maybe 2012 when the world was supposed to end. Maybe
Yeah.
it did end
It
and we went
did
to another.
shift.
Reality.
Y2K might have been around there.
I don't know.
Well, what
It's
about
fascinating.
Star Wars? Luke, I am your father. Everybody thinks it was Luke, I am your
It's
father.
really no, I am your father.
Which even the guy who played Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, has in interviews said he remembers it as Luke, I am your
That's
father. Which is even
bizarre.
How
crazier.
strange.
That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Well, again, there's so much we don't know, and people who say, "Oh, that's just bogus," or "That's just people having bad memories." Look deeper. Don't always just assume you know. Be in the question, not the answer all the time.
What about
And you might
Oscar
learn
Mayer
something.
Wiener? Now that bugs me because I remember Oscar Mayer with an E, not A.
I do too.
And now it's A. So when did that change?
I don't know.
Fruit Loops.
Skechers and Skechers. Some people say Skechers had a T in it, and some say no.
You know what's even weirder is, this is a total side note, but have you ever looked at something and you know exactly what the word looks like and what the logo looks like, but you've never actually read it? Because there's this brand of soap. I know exactly what it looks like. I have no idea what the word is or how to say it. Wait, hold on. I might have it.
Okay.
I literally, ever since I was a little kid, because that was one of the Mandela effects, somebody's like, oh, it's always been this. And I'm like, bro, I don't remember, because every time I look at this bottle,
There's a bottle of soap.
Palmolive.
Pop it up. Wait, let's get it graphic.
Palmolive.
I literally have looked at this bottle my whole life, and I have no idea what the word is.
We use
Never
it.
said it
We
out
use
loud.
I use Palmolive.
It's
Madge. Remember Madge? You're soaking in it. Remember that?
At the hand.
Her hands. She used to soak her hands in Palmolive.
At the manicurist, they soaked it in Palmolive. You're soaking in it.
It's a very famous commercial
Yeah.
from
No,
the
I
60s.
literally no idea
That's
how to say that word, what that word is, but I've looked at it my entire life, and somebody's like, it's always been Palmolive, and I'm like, I don't.
Oh, come on.
Literally, I don't know.
No, it's
I literally
not.
never said the word out loud.
That is It's crazy. Tom Holland.
So there are some Mandela effects where I'm like, I don't know, I've just never
Holland.
actually said that shit out loud. But some of them, I don't know. I'm just wondering if there's going to be one big enough. Like, I feel like all of these are interesting, but is there going to be one big enough that we're all going to be like,
Dude, no.
you know, something
way.
huge,
Yeah.
like a psychic triplet, or or PewDiePie's name is going to change, or all of us will be
Yeah.
like, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm waiting for
Probably.
that
I'm
one.
sure there will be.
I'm sure there
be.
will be.
I'm waiting.
Nothing would
Where it'll
surprise
be
me.
obvious that it's being screwed.
Yeah, like we have
Yeah.
51 states or something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like something
Yeah.
where we're all like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Another one is Billy Graham, the pastor, who a lot of people think he passed. He's actually still living, but a lot of people remember the famous Pastor Billy Graham dying, but he's still alive in his 90s. So
Weird.
Am I dead in another reality?
Are you dead in another
Well,
reality?
in your past lives, you are, and some people think past lives are happening concurrently to this one.
Well,
at the same
you know,
time.
also we believe that we could be part of an oversoul. For instance, you have an oversoul and you're just a fragment of that oversoul. For instance, we might all be in the same oversoul group.
Yes.
Okay, I was talking about this the other day. So my thought on this, and I don't know when this video is going up, but my video might be going up around the same time about the simulation thing. Because my thought is, in the future, right?
Yeah.
What if there's like people in the future playing like a VR Sims type of game,
Right.
and we are that game, and our soul and our inner voice and everything that kind of drives us is the person playing the game. And then when we die, it's game over, and they put on another one and they start over, and maybe that's what past lives are.
Wow.
And maybe all of us are the people who are really connected with in life, where you're like, I know that I know this person. Maybe it's because we're all in the same like big room playing the game.
Yeah.
Like you guys are in the corner over there, and I'm over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yes.
I absolutely do.
Yeah. Kind of like
I
the Truman
do.
Show. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, kind of like that.
That is the coolest movie.
Well,
I
you should
love it.
propose that one to Netflix.
Done.
It's like Stranger Things.
I love that.
I think the whole subject of time travel and alternate realities are fascinating, don't you?
I love it, and I'm terrified of it, but I'm also excited. You guys, we're gonna do another video soon, but you guys
Yeah.
have a whole thing about time travel.
Yes.
Because I have a million questions about that.
We are going to do another time. We're going to do a time travel film.
Well, guys, down in the comments, tell us your thoughts about the Mandela effect. Are there ones you believe? Are there ones you don't believe? Are there ones we didn't mention? Are there ones that freak you out? And also, do you think we are actually being played by some future person in some room with a VR set on? I personally believe it.
Puppeteer, master
Yeah.
puppeteer.
That would make sense, right? Because
Yeah.
that would be our soul,
Yeah.
is the person playing the game.
Yeah.
And the person in my head who's like, do this, do this. Maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe it's the person playing the game.
Well, you do tend to see
Interesting.
things beyond this reality, Shane. You always have.
Where you guys go?
We have a new book coming out on May 19th.
It's called You
guys.
Can't Fix Stupid.
And we hope you go out and get it and make our book a #1 bestseller. It's on Amazon Kindle.
It's a tell-all.
And we're excited about
just
this.
other fun stuff too. Not all tell-all, but it's fun.
You'll have a lot of fun with it. Well, thanks for playing along today. And thank you, Shane.
Thanks,
We'll
Shane. See you in the future.